Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bezo here. I'm doing another review, first actual video review of a figure since I did my unboxing video. Now here we have is the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch scale StormTrooper in disguise Han Solo. Now, of course, a lot of people been looking forward to this figure because a lot of people, or most people, have been doing is switching the head sculpts on their regular StormTrooper and putting the old Han Solo figure that we have head sculpt onto it. So Hasbro finally released one for us. There is a little bit difference in it. There's three different things. First, the gun, of course. Then a little bit of the different sculpting of the helmet and on the actual figure. But let's take a look at the packaging. You get a Han Solo picture right there. It says Han Solo Stormtrooper disguise. It says Star Wars Black Series logo right there. Another on the side. On either side, just a window box right there. On that side back, it says Star Wars, of course, and it says the Han Solo Stormtrooper in disguise again. It says Han Solo disguised himself in Stormtrooper armor after the Millennium Falcon is forced to land on the Death Star battle station. And then, of course, it has in quote, I can't do no Harrison Ford voice, but it says, "Bring 'em on. I prefer a straight fight and all this sneaking around." Alright, there's not much else going on. Let's take a moment and see what we have in store. And here's Han Solo in disguise out of packaging. And I have to say, I'm actually starting to like this figure. Now, I heard a lot of people didn't like it because a lot of people complained because they act like they couldn't give us another sculpt, like a switchable head sculpt with the Stormtrooper. Okay, here's a look at the blaster that Han Solo comes with, or the in disguise Han Solo. It is the same as the other blaster that you get with the other Stormtroopers, except that this silver paint right there, that's the only difference. And it's like a more of a, I guess, well, that's about it. That's about the only thing difference on the blaster. And that's the only thing it comes with. Other than that, he does come with this head sculpt. Was the removable helmet of a Stormtrooper. He also comes with this. It does look a little bit long and skinny compared to the other helmets for the other Stormtroopers, but I'll get back into that later. Here's the new joint dealing with the two figures. This is the original Stormtrooper, and this is the Han Solo in disguise. As you can see, this is the regular neck ball joint they use for the neck and head sculpt that they put it on, and here's the new one that they're using. Now they're using this little flap right here to cover up the neck joint for Han Solo, so I think that's a nice touch. They're hiding the joints with that. But as you can see here has a skinny, a little skinnier right here than it is compared to this one. Now dealing with the head sculpt, of course this is a lighter version of the original Han Solo, so it won't fit. Well, his lower body skin tone will be darker than his facial. It is a lot lighter in this. I know it's lighting on my lamps, but just take my word for it and see if you see a lot of reviews. Now they do give him a brownish eye color. Then on the other one they gave a blue one. This is more accurate with Harrison Ford. But it doesn't have any hair variation, color variation. It's just a solid brown, and then his skin tone is lighter. So I would like the more accurate eye color on the old one, and of course keep this head sculpt, but darken the face tone, the skin tone as it was on the other one, and then the hair variation, and then it'd be just like the other one and more improved. But overall, I still do like this figure, and that's actually the same body mold, so there's no point in reviewing different details into the figure itself, because it's the same as the Stormtrooper, just a different head sculpt and minor details in the sculpting and the neck for the head. Now, it does feel like it may be rubbing against like the nose and the chin, but it doesn't seem to be peeling off or anything, so you're safe from there. So compared to the other Stormtrooper, that little flat piece that's underneath the neck, or the new joint, the new piece they put up under there, it fills in more, so it won't just like this. Oh, there's just this big open space. for the head joint of the StormTroopers. So I wish they could have redone that with the StormTroopers, which I think is a lot better. But of course, it's supposed to be a mask, so I don't know. It feels better in the gaps, and there's not a gap here. There's a gap here. There's not much of a gap here, so I do like that. As you can see, taking a look at the two head sculpts, this one seems higher, longer, and skinnier. This one looks shorter, more stubbier. Because this is a helmet, so they're gonna make it fit where it can go over his head, and they have a removable mask. So of course, it's gonna be that issue dealing with the sculpt, because it is a removable helmet that goes on top of a already head sculpt. So that's the difference, is that this is longer, and of course the face comes down a little longer on this one than does this one. So I mean, from far away over here having the shelf and display, it's not gonna be much of a difference. And of course, far away, you can't really tell. You go, oh, it's another StormTrooper, and then also somebody, oh wait, it's Han Solo. Oh snap! So I mean, this is how you have them displayed in your shelf. And let's go over the articulation of the figure. I mean, with the helmet on, his head can still move downward. It kind of lifts up. We don't put too much, but you look downward, and then it still does look up pretty good. His arms goes up about that far. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and his wrist goes down. Mine's a little stiff, and it does goes up, and it does rotate. Same thing on this side, but he has this hinge that goes down and up from this on. So they do have that different peg system, or ankle. I mean, not ankle, wrist pegs in their arms. He does have a diaphragm joint that does. His helmet keep popping up. His diaphragm joint does pivot side to side, and it does have a forward crunch and a back crunch. It goes backwards pretty far and does forward pretty far, so that's a nice touch they did on that. His leg joints does move forward about that much and move backwards about a little bit that much. Has an upper, mine's a little stiff, upper thigh rotation there, double jointed knees, and his feet move down and up, and it does have that beautiful ankle pivot that we are coming accustomed to. With the helmet, he does stand about 6¼ inch tall, and without the helmet, he does roughly stand 6 inches tall. I must say, I really do enjoy this figure. This is definitely a must get if you're a really big Star Wars fan. I mean, if you don't want him as posed as Han Solo in a Stormtrooper outfit, then you'll just have another Stormtrooper, and you got them displayed that way. Other than that, guys, I'm out of time. Stay tuned, and see you later.